Welcome to Learn and Speak Tamil Like a Native, video number 122. In this video, you will learn phrasal verbs. As you may be knowing, phrasal verbs are, let me give you some examples. Sit down, go ahead, turn down, etc. However, when we translate them into Tamil, it becomes a bit different and we use two verbs to make such a phrase. Hence, it can also be called as verb plus verb construction because there are two verbs. Let us see that now. Instead of getting too technical about how we call it, we need to just understand them, that is all. And for those of you new to this channel, here's the list that you can click on to watch the entire list of videos. You'll find everything from grammar, conversation, small phrases, jokes, songs, etc. etc. I'm trying to make it as complete as possible. Here's the list of videos and the subcategories. Let us keep count of them in each of the video. We are now 122 videos. So apart from what I previously told, there's a verb style in English where we use two verbs to make a phrase. It can be called as phrasal verb, but there are different terms to it, like go ask him, come and see this, try to eat this. In all these cases, you will see there are two verbs. Go ask him. You can also say go and ask him or just go ask him. Come and see this, or colloquially we say come see this. Try to eat this. We also say try eat this. So similarly we have such a thing in Tamil. But to understand it simply, let us call it verb plus verb construction. And I see that some of the grammar books in English use such a term for the sake of simplicity. The reason being that there are two verbs. Stand up. Okay, this is definitely a phrasal verb, but in English there are no two verbs. In Tamil, we use two verbs to translate this. எழுந்து நில்லு. எழுந்து நில்லு. We can break it into two individual verbs. The first one can be எழுந்திரி, means raise, which is you are telling someone to raise, and nillu means stand, as in you are asking someone to stand. When that combines, it becomes எழுந்து நில்லு, meaning stand by raising or get up and stand. எழுந்து நில்லு. Here, the second verb always conveys what to do, and the first verb is more or less the method of achieving or doing it. Alternatively, you can also say எழுந்திருச்சு நில்லு. எழுந்து நில்லு or எழுந்திருச்சு நில்லு. Both are fine. But this variants are only for certain verbs and not for all verbs. எழுந்து நில்லு. Imagine you are telling to that kid boy there, எழுந்து நில்லு. Get up and stand. எழுந்து நில்லு. எழுந்து உட்காருங்க. Get up and sit. Imagine that man is just lazing there and his wife is asking him to get up and sit. Well, he's sitting already, so எழுந்து உட்காருங்க or எழுந்திருச்சு உட்காருங்க. Both are fine. எழுந்து உட்காருங்க or எழுந்திருச்சு உட்காருங்க. எழுந்து உட்காருங்க. தூங்கிட்டே இருக்காதீங்க. Just get up and sit. Don't go on sleeping. எழுந்து உட்காருங்க. தூங்கிட்டே இருக்காதீங்க. Just get up and sit. Don't go on sleeping. எழுந்து நட. Get up and walk. I'm using the same first verb that helps you to understand the style better. Here, this man's wife is unhappy with her man sitting, so she's asking him to walk. When someone says எழுந்து நட or எழுந்திருச்சு நட, you can understand that the person is either lying down or sitting or just leaning, and hence it is get up and walk. There are two verbs Ezhundiri means get up and nada meaning walk. When you combine both the first verb, that is the verb that says how to do the second verb, will slightly modify itself. So Ezhundiri plus nada will become Ezhundu nada. At this point, I understand that there are few takers for this video. Once we have more viewers, I can make a blog for each video with several examples where you can have a discussion so that learning becomes too easy. Something like 100 examples for each verbs. The next one is எழுந்து ஓடு. Get up and run. It is simple. எழுந்து ஓடு. எழுந்து ஓடு. எழுந்து ஓடு. Get up and run. Problem with digestion? Just get up and go for a bit of a walk. It'll be okay. சரிக்கலையா தோசத்தை எழுந்து நடங்க சரியாயிடும். Imagine the old man there has eaten some junk food and he has a bad stomach, and the caretaker is telling him to go for a bit of a walk or short walk. சரிக்கலையா means it is not getting digested. Though means here or just. Just get up and walk. சரியாயிடும் means it will be alright. You have problem with digestion? Just get up and go for a bit of a walk. It will be okay. சரிக்கலையா தோசத்தை எழுந்து நடங்க சரியாயிடும். சரிக்கலையா தோசத்தை எழுந்து நடங்க சரியாயிடும். பார்த்து பேசு. Look and talk. Here it means look at me and talk. It seems like some very intense quarrel there. என்னை பார்த்து பேசு. Look at me and talk. என்னை பார்த்து பேசு. Look at me and talk. He wouldn't look at the face at all while talking. Imagine the girls have some gossipy talk about a guy or their colleague. அவன் மூஞ்ச பார்த்தே பேச மாட்டான். You can also say முகத்தை பார்த்தே, which is even better. மூஞ்சி is more colloquial while முகம் sounds nicer and more standard word for face. அவன் முகத்தை பார்த்தே பேச மாட்டான். He would look at the face at all while talking. The next one, here we are asking the little boy to go by walk. We want him to go, but how? Not by running, not cycling, but we want him to go by walk. So it's two verbs, and when combined to make an imperative, it becomes nadandu po, go by walk. Nadandu po. காரில் எல்லாம் போய் விட முடியாது நடந்து போ. I cannot drop you by car. Just go walking. That's the meaning. The man is very strict and he is telling that to someone. Imagine he is telling to his wife in an indifferent tone. காரில் எல்லாம் போய் விட முடியாது நடந்து போ. காரில் எல்லாம் போய் விட முடியாது நடந்து போ. But that is risky to say. He may not get his dinner, but he speaks his mind. At least that is good. காரில் எல்லாம் போய் விட முடியாது நடந்து போ. I cannot drop you by car. Just go by walk. எடுத்து கொடு. Take it and give. Here there are two verbs. Take plus give. எடுத்து கொடு. We are asking that child there to pick something and give. We would say in a tone like this. அதை எடுத்து கொடு. அதை எடுத்து கொடு. Wasn't it she who dropped it? Ask her to pick it and give. அது தானே கீழே போட்டது அதையே எடுத்து கொடுக்க சொல்லு. அது தானே கீழே போட்டது அதையே எடுத்து கொடுக்க சொல்லு. Here please note that we are using adu for she, which is also very well used in spoken Tamil. Adu means it, but we also use it in different context. Let us watch a separate video on that soon. Do not give a staring look. Morachi pakade. Here there are two verbs. Mora plus par, that is stare and look. Don't you stare at me. I'll rip off your teeth. Morachi pakada. Palla petruven. This palla petruven is to mean I'll thrash you or beat you down. Do not give a staring look. Or don't you stare at me. I'll rip off your teeth. Morachi pakada. Palla petruven. Come running, dear. இங்க ஓடி வா செல்லம். Here, chellam is an endearing word to show fondness and love. Very commonly used for kids or very younger people. If you're using for, you have to be very careful as it may mean differently if you're using it among elders. No, you generally don't do that. Ekki edu. Ekku means stretch and take is edu. Just imagine something is on the loft or on the top rack of the shelf. You would say, Ekki edu. Reach yourself or stretch yourself and pick it or take it. The donkey there is stretching itself to pluck something. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and learned some Tamil too. All the best. Have a nice day and see you soon again with another video. Vanakkam. Paakalama?